Hey guys, Robbie Webster here, and tonight I am doing my 12-hour Fright Fest video, which I am participating in with Ryan Chataway. It was his idea, and hopefully a lot of people do this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not particularly a huge fan of horror films, but I definitely intend on checking out several tonight and having some good food and just relaxing, and hopefully being able to stay up all night. I'll do my best to do the full 12 hours, but it's already like 10:30, and I'm watching a football game too right now, so I want to finish the football game first because it's Thursday night football. So yeah, after the game's over, I'll start making some snacks, and yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So yeah, Chewy's gonna join me. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, huh? Aw, you're so sweet. Alright guys, have fun watching this video. Chewy, what are you doing? Huh? Alright, so I was just going over Ryan's video again and checking out all the parts of the challenge that we're supposed to do, and I wrote them down real quick, and this is kind of in shorthand, so it's not exactly what he says in the video, so I recommend you go and watch his original video first. But number one is must watch at least one of the Universal classic monster movies. Number two is you must watch one zombie film. Number three is watch a movie that you've never seen before but you've always wanted to see. Number four is answer the following questions at some point in the video. What are your top 5 favorite horror films? I might have to do top 3 because, wow, Chewy, seriously? She's walking right across what I'm doing. Yeah, I might have to do a top 3 just because I just haven't seen that many horror films because I'm just not a big fan of them. And let me see. The next one is what movie really scared you? Chewy is literally right here. She's right here, rubbing up on me. I'm about to like knock her off the desk, but she's a good girl. All right, back to the rules. And then the last one is, what are your opinions on the future of the horror genre? So that's basically what the challenge is for this video. You have to do all those things. So yeah, hopefully I'm able to fit all of that stuff in. So yeah, it's gonna be fun though. I'm looking forward to this video. Okay guys, right here in between the hot sauce and my knives, I have 6 movies, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to watch all 6 of these, but I'm going to attempt to. As you can probably tell, 2 of them are Criterion movies. Oops, I just gave one away. But yeah, these are probably the ones that I set aside. These are the ones I set aside that I'm most likely going to be watching, so yeah. Now I'm going to make a snack. It's actually my favorite snack in the world, and I'll show you guys how to make it too. Alright guys, so football game's almost over, and I'm done prepping all the ingredients for the snack that I'm making. I'm actually making buffalo chicken wing dip, which is just the bomb. It's amazing. I'll show you all the ingredients you need. First thing you need is 16 ounces of cream cheese. So that's 2 bars of cream cheese, which is really fatty. So you can't sit there and just eat the whole bowl of dip. This makes enough dip for like a lot of people. So yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of leftovers. But then you also need a 1.5 cups of chicken, and what you want to do is just buy chicken breasts and bake them in the oven with no seasoning, and just make sure they're nice and moist. Put a little bit of water in the pan with them, and they'll be nice and moist. It's really good. And then you need a 3/4, or no, actually that's a cup of shredded sharp cheddar, and you want to make sure that you buy the brick of cheddar and shred it yourself, because if you buy the already shredded cheddar, they actually put flour in there to keep the cheese from sticking together, so that flour will make the dip really greasy, and it's just not as good. And then right here we have I think this is a full cup, no, it's 3/4 cup of hot sauce, and that's just regular Frank's hot sauce. And then right here is 1 cup of blue cheese salad dressing. So that's all you need. And then you just need a pot, or a pan, a nice big one. I think this is my biggest one right here. If I can do it without dropping everything. And you start off by just putting the chicken in the pan, in the skillet. Spread it out in there. And then you add the hot sauce to it. And I've tried it with more and less. I've tried it with different amounts of hot sauce and different amounts of blue cheese and different amounts of cheddar. This is the way that I prefer it the most, so you guys can try playing around with it to see what you like. And then you turn it up to like a medium-high heat until it starts to get like really hot. And then you turn it down and just let it simmer for a while. And let the like the hot sauce start to soak into the chicken just for a little bit. So I'll bring you back once it's ready to put the next ingredient in. Okay, it's all heated through now. The hot sauce is all nice and soaked into the chicken. So what you want to do is just take the blue cheese and pour that all in there. And you want to have the heat turned down to low now. I'll scoop the rest of that out at the end. You just mix it in. Okay, now that that's all mixed in there, what you want to do is start putting in the cream cheese. So what you do is you take your spatula or take a knife or something and just break off a piece. And this is really hard to do with one hand. But anyways, you just break off a piece like that size and put them in one at a time. And just put in one bar and mix it all in, and then put in the second bar and mix that all in. I'm not going to be able to do it on camera. Okay, as you can see, now I have all of the cream cheese mixed in. It's really thick. There's always going to be like little chunks of cream cheese. It just doesn't ever, well, I don't know if maybe you can if you cooked it long enough, maybe it would melt all the way down. But I like to leave it like this anyways. I love it that way. And so the last thing that you have to do is just add in the cheddar. Now, some people like to add in half of the cheddar and mix it in. And then let it cool off, and then they add the rest of it just to the top and put it in the oven and bake it so that there's like a nice cheddar crust on top. I've tried it that way a couple times, but in the end I never end up really liking the crusty parts, so I just mix it all in and eat it like that. And I just prefer not to have the crust on it. I've tried it both ways. I mean, I've made this for like my family and friends at least a half dozen times, so I've tried it a lot of different ways, and I've also made a couple batches just for myself pretty much. And yeah, it's really good stuff. I love it. Yeah, it's looking nice. And the best part, I'll show you in a second. The best part is eating it. So you go over here, get some chips. These are Wegmans white and yellow cheddar, crisp round chips they call them. They're just tortilla chips from Wegmans. Best supermarket in the world, in my opinion. Very good. Phenomenal. Let's watch a movie. Okay guys, since I accidentally showed this to you, I'm going to watch 28 Days Later as my first movie. This will knock off that zombie portion of the challenge. So let's pop the disc in here. I've actually been watching Boardwalk Empire because so many people talked about it. It's alright. I think I'll probably like it more once I get deeper into it. I'm only 2 episodes in. But there is a lot of nudity in it, so I've had to skip a lot. I know all of you guys are dumbfounded as to why I skip nudity. Everyone always asks the same questions. So yeah. This movie, I've only seen it once, and I enjoyed it. It was alright. I didn't really like the sequel at all, but I like this one. It has a lot of decent actors in it, and it's directed by Danny Boyle, who's a pretty good director. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it again, and I already know what to expect, so I won't be getting too scared in this one. But yeah, let's start it off, and got my snacks here, my buffalo chicken wing dip. Delicious, dude. You guys don't even know how good that is. I got some tortilla chips, and I've got some Mountain Dew Code Red. And I think after this, I'll probably make myself a cup of tea. So yeah, let's watch the movie. Alright, so I just finished up watching 28 Days Later, and yeah, it's pretty good. For those of you who don't know what it's about, these animal rights activists break into this lab where they were doing some kind of testing on, I think, chimpanzees, and the chimpanzees were infected with this disease, and that's the disease that ends up infecting the humans and turning them into zombies. So it's about a guy that wakes up in the hospital. He goes out, and the whole place is like all abandoned. It's a lot like The Walking Dead for those of you who've seen that. But yeah, it's all right. One thing that I don't like about it is that the zombies like chase after you. They like run after you, which I think is kind of crazy because I don't know how anyone would survive that if they were able to move like that. And yeah, so it's just all right. It's really mediocre. But the next movie I'm going to be watching is Paranormal Activity, and this is going to be the movie that I have not seen because that was one of the criteria for the challenge. So I always told myself that I was not going to watch this movie, but recently I heard a couple of my friends say that they actually thought it was pretty good and that it scared them. So maybe this will give me a little bit of a scare, and I'm going to watch it with the lights off too. So yeah, that should be fun. I'll let you guys know what I think of it when I'm done. Hey guys, right now, as you can see, I don't know if you can see that at all, but I'm 26 minutes in to Paranormal Activity, and the movie is, so far, it's kind of stupid, but I'm a little freaked out. I was watching it with the lights off, and I was like, I need to take a little break here. I'm totally not used to this type of thing, and it does freak me out a little bit. So far, the only thing that's happened is a door has moved a little bit. That's the only thing that's happened. And I just know something else is going to happen to scare me. And I really wish that Hannah was awake right now so that I didn't have to watch this by myself. I'm such a big baby. But yeah, this is freaking me out a little bit, and I'm being completely honest. I know you guys are probably laughing at me, but I'm being dead serious. It is freaking me out a little bit. So yeah, definitely a little bit scared. But yeah, I think I'm going to take a little 5-minute break and then turn it back on. So I have to keep things moving because I don't want it to get too late before I finish this.
Maybe we shouldn't have the camera.
This is too scary. It's so scary. Alright guys, I just finished watching Paranormal Activity, and it was pretty darn scary to me. Some people said it's not scary, some people say it is. It scared me. I'm really not used to this type of movie. It's about a couple who is experiencing paranormal activities, and they don't know whether it's some kind of a ghost or what. And apparently the girl has been experiencing these things for her whole life since she was 8 years old. So they think that this thing has been following her. I just heard a weird noise, but I think it was the refrigerator. I'm still freaked out. Basically, I watched the first 25 minutes of the film, and then I turned the light on, and I watched the rest with the light on.
But yeah, so they think this thing's been following her whole life, and they're trying to figure out what it is. And the whole movie is filmed with like a camera, so that the people, one of the couples is either carrying it, or they set it up at night when they're sleeping and just record everything. And yeah, the thing when the actual things happen, they're not really that scary, but it's just the anticipation of what is going to happen, what's going to pop out. That's the thing that gets you scared and nervous. And even though not a lot happens in the movie, it's not boring at all. There's just so much suspense building. So yeah, I liked it. I don't think I'll ever watch it again because I don't think it would ever scare me again. And I watched the alternate endings, and only the theatrical ending was the only one that was halfway decent to me. The other ones I didn't think were good at all. So yeah, if you're in for a good scare, if you're up for a good scare, I definitely recommend giving this one a try. And look who's coming. Hi. You missed the whole movie. She was too scared. She went upstairs. Okay, so before I start the next movie, I figured I should probably try to answer some of these questions that Ryan had before I get too tired. The first one is, what are your top 5 horror films? I don't really have like a top 5 list because I really just haven't seen all that many horror films, and I'm just not a huge fan of the genre, but I could tell you some of the ones that I like. I like Dawn of the Dead. I just actually saw that for the first time this year. And I like things like Poltergeist. I really like that movie. That was not really like too scary, but the movies. Well, I won't say that because that's like for another question. But I like a lot of thrillers. Like I don't know, like The Others. I like that. Um, what else? I don't know. I like horror comedies like Shaun of the Dead or Young Frankenstein. Chewie is rubbing her head on the camera right now. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to say because I really just don't watch a lot. I like Frailty. That's one I've seen that I like a lot. Um, yeah, that one's pretty good. Yeah, so that's basically it. So what's the next question? It is, what movie really scared you? Paranormal Activity just scared me. The first time I watched The Others, I watched it in my room when I was renting a room from my friend, with all the lights off in the middle of the night, and I was wearing headphones and watching it on my laptop, and I had to keep pausing it like every half hour, turn the lights on. Like, I just didn't know what was gonna happen, and it was freaking me out a little bit. So, but now that I know, once I saw the ending, I just was like, oh man, there was nothing to be scared of the whole time, basically. But yeah, so that one scared me a little bit. And then the things that really scare me though, that really scare me, aren't even meant to be horror films most of the time. Um, in fact, I might even consider watching one of these movies tonight because I just love it so much. But the thing that has always scared me my whole life is aliens. Really, not like just a movie like Star Wars where there's an alien coming out or anything like that. It's when it's the Earth that we know, and there's aliens coming to us, and they're kind of being stealthy. Not when they're just coming in and attacking like on Independence Day or something, but like signs. That one really scared me because I lived out surrounded by cornfields in my house when I grew up, and I went to the theater to see that. And like whenever it came out in like 2004, I think, or something like that, or 2003, and that I could not sleep that night. Those alien movies scare me. Even Close Encounters. The ending obviously is not scary once you find out what happens, but just the suspense of wondering, man, what's going on? Are these aliens? Are we gonna get scared by these aliens? Are they gonna come peeking through the window? I always used to have nightmares when I was a kid that like aliens were coming and looking at me through the window, because we had to. For a while, we didn't even have a curtain. We had this big bay window in our bedroom, and I think we broke the curtain because we were like swinging on it or something. And as punishment, my dad made us sleep without a curtain for a while until he was able to fix it. And we lived in the middle of the country, so it's really just nothing out there. And then there was just like this eerie looking light on the shed, It was like it was almost like the color of one of those bug zappers, but it was a regular light, and just freaking me out so bad. So yeah, the alien type movies, those are the ones that really scare me. What else is on here? It says, what are your opinions on the future of the horror genre? Well, I really don't really have much to say because I just never really followed horror, so I don't even know. I don't watch any recent movies. I mean, I just saw Paranormal Activity, which came out like 5 years ago for the first time, and that's pretty much the most recent horror movie I have seen. So I don't know. I kind of think it's probably going downhill when I see them coming out with like Saw 17, and I don't know what number they're on. They're probably on like Saw 10 or something. But it's just like every year there's a new one of those movies, and I don't know. It's probably not as good as it used to be. So I'll leave that question for someone else. So yeah, I think I pretty much, to the best of my ability, answered the questions that Ryan had. So the only thing left that I have to do on the challenge is to watch one of the Universal Monster movies. I don't actually own any of those, and I do plan on watching other movies. I'm not just going to watch one more movie. I've only watched 2 so far, so I'm going to watch movies all night. But I'm going to go on Netflix and see if any of those Universal Monster movies are on there. If not, I probably just won't be able to watch them. So I'll probably just miss out on that part of the challenge. But I do have plenty of things that I can watch here. And I had a couple suggestions on my Facebook page, and there's some DVDs upstairs that are in my like DVD queue that I've never watched. So I might consider going up there and digging those out and watching them since people suggested them. So yeah, I'm having a really good time on this challenge. So thanks, Ryan, for setting it up, and hopefully the video turns out to be entertaining for you guys. I'm not sure if it will, but I know when I look back on this in the future, it'll be like a fond memory, and I'll enjoy watching it. So at least it serves that purpose to me. So yeah, let's move on with the movie watching. I think next I will watch. Let me think. I think I will watch. Let's watch Signs. Let's watch Signs, because that really does scare me a little bit, and I love it. So yeah, let me go upstairs and find it, and I'll watch that. And I was gonna watch the others, but I really watched that really recently, and I just love Signs, and it does freak me out. And even though it's really a sci-fi film, it does have a little bit of a horror slash thriller aspect to it. So yeah, I'll go dig that out, and we'll watch that right now. I need a little bit more, something a little more light after watching Paranormal Activity, because I'm just so not used to that type of thing, and it really freaks me out. Yeah, so let me go up there and grab that. Okay, so I wasn't able to find my Blu-ray copy of Signs, but thankfully I still have my DVD copy. So yeah, the Blu-ray is still packed away. There's one box that's probably like 3 feet tall that's full of Blu-rays, and it could be anywhere in there. I looked through the ones on the top, and I just do not want to have to take everything out of that box yet until I have my shelf set up. So I'll just deal with watching the DVD for now. That's no big deal. Look at Chewie. Oh, she wants to watch Signs, huh? You're so silly. You guys are probably getting sick of seeing Chewie. Well, how could you be sick of her? She's so cute. She's not scared at all. Chewie. Hi. Who are you talking to?
If you type a lot for work.
Hey guys, so I'm upstairs in the nerd cave. It's the middle of the night. I can't sleep. So I figure I'm going to finish this video now. You know, it's only been 17 months since I filmed that 25 minutes you just watched, and hopefully you've stuck with it and you're ready to finish this up, because I have something really cool right here. Back when I filmed this video, I had told Ryan that I planned on doing it, and I told him when I planned on doing it, and he told me that he had something for me that I might like to use during the video. And he sent me a package. And, well, what happened was, on the night that I filmed the video, I fell asleep in the middle of a movie. So it never got finished. I was really busy. I didn't have any time to wrap up the video, and I never ended up doing it because we had a baby. When we had the baby, I didn't make videos for a good amount of time, and it was just a crazy time, and it just never happened. But this package, I have it right here. As you can see, it's in my hand. I'm actually not wearing my sling right now. Today I went to physical therapy. They told me they want me to stop wearing the sling unless I'm outside because my arm is getting too stiff. But my arm's feeling pretty good. Like, as you can see now, I'm actually holding this package. It's very light, but about 4 or 5 days ago, I couldn't even pick up anything. I couldn't even take my arm out of the sling at all. But as long as I'm resting my arm on my legs, really not using the shoulder at all, and it's feeling good. So that's just a little update there. But let's open this package. I'm pretty sure I know what it is. I could guess, and I think I know what it is. So let me just open it up. I'm probably not going to be able to open it on camera because my arm's not that great. So I'm going to put the camera down and open it, and then I'll pick it back up. Okay, so I've got it sliced open, and I'm going to try to hold the camera. Oh, that's not going to work. My arm just can't. Okay, I've kind of got it here. Let me just try to get this out. Nah, it's not going to work. I can't hold the camera with that hand. Hurts too bad. I'm going to put it down again and take the contents out of the package. So, he sent me Friday the 13th on DVD. I'm pretty sure he got a Blu-ray copy of this, I think. I actually thought this was going to be Halloween for some reason. And you guys are going to think this is absolutely crazy, but I've never seen Friday the 13th, and I've never seen Halloween. So, both of those I'm going to watch in the near future. But thanks, Ryan. I really appreciate this. Now I can watch this. I'm going to watch this, and I'm going to give you my review of it. And I know it's a classic, and I know you guys probably think that's a shame, being that I'm a big movie fan and never have seen this. But that's just how it goes. I just haven't watched a lot of horror. And I know this is going to be a good one, so I'm really looking forward to it. I think this girl's about to die. The video quality on this DVD is actually really good. Honestly, if you told me it was a Blu-ray, I'd believe you. It looks that good. I'm sure the actual Blu-ray is better, but it's just really nice. It looks good. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, Dad. Okay, guys, so just finished watching Friday the 13th for the first time ever, and yeah, it was okay. It was basically what I expected it to be. Like I said, I'm just not really a big horror fan. I just don't feel like horror movies, like this kind of horror movie, which is basically what the stereotypical horror movie is nowadays, I just don't think they're anything that great. There's not much substance to them, but for what it was good. It was entertaining. I watched it. I sat on the edge of my seat sometimes, waiting to see what happened. It didn't really scare me at all, but it's just because it's kind of cheesy and stuff. The dialogue was really bad. Most of it. The actors didn't seem like they were bad. They seemed like they were okay actors. Just some of the stuff they said, like they're just conversations that were just so stupid and things that people would never say. But it was an okay movie for what it was, and basically exactly what I expected it to be. Like I said, bunch of teenagers running around, having sex and stuff, and getting killed off one at a time. Stereotypical stuff like that. But yeah, it was okay, and it was a good end to the horror Fright Fest video. My movie marathon, and I filmed it over the course of 17 months, like I said. But yeah, I was happy that I found this video because I watched what I had filmed, and I really liked it. And so I hope you guys liked it as well. I know I'm kind of babbling right now because I'm really tired. It's like 3 a.m. right now, and I never stay up this late.
So it's time for me to get to bed. So yeah, hope you guys like this video, and thanks for watching. Oh, and